Hi, my name is Abayomi Adeola Della, and I'm applying for the Social Innovation Program, a fellowship that is looking at training global change makers. And I'm here to just talk about my unique based approach to solving a social problem, which is education. Alright, so my first thing is training youth to actually become responsible for children around them, either in vulnerable communities or communities where they find themselves through NGO or volunteering, and really taking the issue of child education very personal. This would help every single person to not be idle about this issue and not keep quiet about the issue, because in as much as we really want to educate children, we also have to make sure that the adults are skilled enough to make sure that children are being educated and they have the right mentality and right understanding towards learning. My second unique based approach is that basic facilities should also be created for children in vulnerable communities. Now, in as much as a lot of facilities are already created for children who are attending private schools in communities that are really residential, or communities that are not villages or they're not vulnerable at all, there should also be enough 100% attention for children in vulnerable communities also. They should be given the right facilities, basic facilities like quality education, and also making sure that they do not lack in the area of education and they are given the right education, because the focus on traditional education is so much that we really do not look at what exactly a particular child likes, and looking at vulnerable communities and what they love, it might be out of focus to really just look at the traditional way of education. So I think providing basic facilities that will be good enough for the children in vulnerable communities will go a long way. Another thing that could really help the rising of education of children in vulnerable communities would be that there really need to be an attention by non-governmental organizations or charity organizations really on the education of children. Now, I know a lot of NGOs really love to go into really exciting things that really do not want to stress us, and a lot of people know that to go into education is a whole lot. So I feel that personally that NGOs should really go more into education for children, and this will not happen if we ourselves cannot train youths in diaspora to really go into something like this for the change of Africa. And this is one of the things that the Della Foundation really focuses on: training youths, changing the mentality of people towards change in Africa, and training them also to be able to take up positions and roles in their organizations, start up new organizations, and really execute the projects and ideas that they really have. So I think these three basic approaches that I've mentioned will go a long way in helping and making sure that children and child education becomes a level of very high importance in Africa.